What's up, quadcopter fans? Untitled.com. Today I'm going to be flying my MJX X600 hexacopter with run cam attached to the bottom. Last time I flew this with the run cam on it, I was having a little bit of a lift issue, but the X600 does appear to have a little bit of a throttle dropout, so the quadcopter has been bound, or hexacopter. So we'll go ahead and take it off. As you can see, the run cam is attached to the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and spring load the throttle stick, and to do so you just switch this switch up on the back end here, and it allows you to spring load it so it keeps the throttle at roughly 50%. So it handles well. Especially with the additional weight on it. Now, to get the quadcopter to come down, it's a little bit tricky because it wants to go up or stay at 50%. So you do have to fight with it a little bit, but it's better than the throttle dropping out because of the extra payload that it is handling. So we're getting a little bit of strange feedback. Not handling as smooth as I'd like it, but we'll go ahead and fly it out here and see what kind of video we can capture. I'm going to go ahead and unload the left stick just to regain a little bit more control over the quadcopter. But it looks like the throttle dropout isn't so much of an issue today. So the hexacopter can lift the run cam, as you can see. Getting some drift to the right, but the wind is blowing in from that direction. You know, but you're not going to get a ton of maneuverability out of it, or, you know, high-speed footage out of it, but it can lift it. So, you know, if you are on a budget, you want something that can record and lift a run cam. I've seen people lifting GoPros with these two as well. So it is possible to lift a GoPro or an iLook or an SJ4000. It looked like it was under a lot of strain and stress while I was trying to do it. As you can see with the run cam, I'm able to fly it and maneuver it fairly easy. So we got a little bit of an over rotation, so possibly due to the extra weight of the camera. And we had a little bit of throttle dropout. Got caught with this tree here. I wanted to keep it low. There is a helicopter in the area, so we're landed, but dropped out, hit the branches of the tree, rolled over with this landing gear on it. You know, it kind of protects the camera on there. Obviously, from a big fall, it's probably not going to do it any justice, but for these purposes it will. So the helicopter's passed, so we can go ahead and launch the hexacopter again. Do a hand launch. So flight time with the run cam on there, I've been averaging about 5 to 6 minutes. The wind is really starting to pick up from the left, blowing to the right, just causing some drift and some feedback issues. But again, for the most part, handling well, especially with the camera that it's not technically designed to fly with. So hopefully we're getting some okay onboard footage. I probably should be flying this a little bit slower. So there was the dropout again. You know, that was full throttle. at the very end there, trying to get it to stay in the air, not crash. So we'll go ahead and take the run cam off now, power it down, and we'll continue flying without an onboard camera. So the run cam has been removed. I got probably about 5 or 6 early flights out of this. Handled well, flew all the way through the run cam. Now I'm getting some throttle dropout. So we're going to go ahead and hand launch this hexacopter, and we'll fly it without any camera attached to it, because it is fun to fly. You know, it was just kind of pushing the limits of putting that run cam on there, trying to make it do something it's not supposed to. Now you can get one of those cheap 2 megapixel cameras that come like on the SEMA, or it has a stock camera that you can get with this to do some onboard recording. There's a button you hit on the transmitter to stop and start recording, as well as you can also take some photos with it, which is a lot lighter. You'll probably get a lot more maneuverability out of it. So as you can see, flies great without the camera on there. You get about 100-150 meters with this thing as far as the range goes. So we're staying within that range right now. And I do like the option on the controller where you can spring load the sticks, so you can keep them at a 50% or centered, just as the left stick is. They design it that way, so if you're right-handed or left-handed, you can, or depending on the control styles where you have your throttle, you can switch that around so it's universal. But it does come in handy on, if you're having a bad throttle dropout, you can keep that throttle at 50% all the time. You just need to do it after you take off, because it won't allow you to be able to bind if you do that before takeoff or before binding. So fun to fly. We can go ahead and do put some flips on it. Just hit the right bumper, and when you have it in this mode here and you just hit the right bumper, you're not going to do side flips. You can do flips to the front or the back, but no side flips on it. Our lights look good. We're not running out of juice. It's just kind of bizarre that will not lift that camera as that dropout. But again, camera's heavy. This is only a mini. It could be putting some wear and tear on those gears. They could be slipping. I hope not, because it's fun to fly. You can pick this thing up for about 30 bucks from China. That was the sale that I purchased it on. I did see the price go up a little bit on some other websites, upwards of $50, but I believe that version did come with a camera. So we'll go ahead and bring it in. We'll land it in the hand if we can, just because it's very uneven as far as the ground goes here. And this is the MJX X600 hexacopter. Very fun to fly. I believe it's 500 to 700 milliamp, so you get some time out of it, as well as you do get some lift power. Lifting that run cam, I'm just worried about these small white gears in here wearing down from the excess weight that it's not supposed to carry. You have a camera port there, camera hookups here. I have Velcro over it to attach the run cam, but that's where you can put the stock camera on there. You can actually control the camera from on here on the transmitter, telling it to record and stop recording. So again, MJX X600 hexacopter, very good buy, very fun to fly, and it's under the 8 ounces, so you shouldn't have to register, but you probably want to check just to make sure.